So a while back, I found 4 smart media cards. Now I lost one of them again, and now I only have 3. This one is my 32 meg, 3.3 volt card. There were 5 volt cards. This one must be 8 megs. It doesn't actually have a label on it, so. This one has another 8 megs, and that one is experiencing problems. Because if you didn't know, like, here, let me take the 32 meg out of its sleeve just to show you. Look at how thin these are. Compare that to, well, did I leave it in here? Yeah. Compare that to this half gig SD card. Look at how much thicker the SD card is. The SD card has an integrated controller chip and is self-sufficient and has wear leveling and stuff. Smart media cards, literally if you were to slice this in half, it would still operate. Basically, just right underneath the contacts, or maybe on this 32 meg. Yeah, on this 32 meg, I can feel it right there actually, but there is just a NAND flash chip connected to these contacts. So there's no wear leveling or anything like that. The card has no brain, essentially. It's like an MFM hard. It's like comparing an MFM hard drive to an IDE or SATA hard drive. Yeah. Anyway, so that was a while back, and actually the other card I had was 64 megs, and it was a Fujifilm card. Oh, these are Olympus cards. What the heck? There's something sticky on the table right there. Not sure what it is. It's gross. But, yeah, so that card got lost, and that's very sad. And this is, here, buried treasure. Found this in the basement the other day, cleaning. My dad's first digital camera. We actually replaced it with, I meant to get this out before we did the video. Ow. I guess, well, no, it's on the table. I was like, what happened to it? What we replaced it with was actually a Nikon D50, but that one broke. We replaced the D50 with a D90. Then that one didn't break, actually. Then we just replaced the D90 with the D7100 because my dad wanted this cool camera. The cap is bothering me. Anyway, let's just go ahead and show what all the crazy features of a DSLR would be. This particular model has 2 SD card slots. The first card is 64 gigs SDXC. I don't know that I'm actually sticking that in the right way. Okay. Oh, that's hard to do with one hand. Okay. And the second card is, dang it, a 32 gig SanDisk SC HC. I believe card 1 stores the photos and card 2 stores videos. I would have done it the other way around because video you want to be able to record really fast, which SDXC cards are super fast. And then up here, even when the camera is off, it shows how much space is free on the card. And if we go ahead and turn it on, a bunch of other stuff shows up on here. Most of the lower end Nikon DSLR cameras would show that information on the screen right here. And, of course, you have your mode knob, with M being manual override, of course, A being aperture priority, S being shutter speed priority, and P being program, which is essentially auto, just without auto ISO if you would rather not have that, or anything else auto, but it still is still auto exposure. Then, of course, there's auto, which I actually do like these cameras at least have that mode for camera illiterate people like me. But auto with no flash, just, you know, there are a lot of modes you can choose from. And then I'm not even sure what these do down here, but yeah, so this is a nice camera. This would be the point and shoot equivalent from back in the day. as you can see. Well, let's compare it with this one, which is what I replaced this camera with, which this one is now broken. Fresh set of double A's and it thinks they're dying. That's the only problem, I think, but why did you just go all out of focus? I'll be right back. I really hate that I have to stop the video to get this camera to focus half the time, because the manual focus only works when you're off video. So basically, this thing has most of the features of that DSLR, actually, although it doesn't have camera raw, and I don't know why. I mean, why would you make a point and shoot with all these features and not give it the ability to save in camera raw? But I don't know. They decided that wasn't important, I guess. This one can't either. However, this one actually, the lens is way better than this thing. But, of course, that one's newer. But this one actually saves on the smart media cards I was just talking about. This video is going all over the place, isn't it? Yeah, so this does actually use the smart media cards, and if I turn it on, then it has a status display. Not a very complex one at that, but it does have one. No card. And here, just to show you, let's take the 32 meg card out of its sleeve and format it. I just had to... Okay, smart media cards, I didn't know this. I looked this up on Wikipedia earlier. I didn't know this, but they start to deteriorate after 10 years without power. This has been without power for 11 years. So, although this one, I'm not sure how long it's been without power, because the pictures were all dated in 1999, because I obviously never knew how to reset the date and time after having replaced the batteries, which this one does not have a real-time clock battery for some reason. It has a real-time clock, but it has to use the double A's, which is really weird. So, smart media card goes in like this. It was actually competing with Compact Flash primarily, I think. Although Compact Flash I really like. They still make the cards. Some people will consider them old cards, but if you get like a camera better than that one, it's going to have Compact Flash, because Compact Flash uses Ultra DMA as its interface, which, if you're wondering, is an ATA interface, like computer hard drives. And so it's really fast. Now, we'll go ahead and go to preview mode. And there's, I guess that's the Denver airport. Then we go to, wow, this camera can really see the screen. Anyway, let's look for the option to format the card. Card setup. Push right. First one is delete all. The second one I think is format. Go right ahead and... It's actually either format or repair. No, that was definitely format. Okay. No picture. So now, let's see how many pictures this can save. 40. Most cameras can save a lot more on a 32 meg card, but this camera, it's stinking high resolution. If I turn the display on here, 2048 by 1536 for a camera from 2000, yeah. It can also do video. I'm not sure how good the videos are. I haven't really tried it, but it can record 1.5 minutes on this 32 meg card. It'd be able to record double that on my 64 meg card if I hadn't lost it. But yeah, so it even shows you the f-stop up there. And also, this thing has everything. How do I even, hang on. Ah, here we go. AF, MF, Mode setup. TIFF. There are like 500,000 different settings. Never noticed that. But as you can see, even this old thing. So I probably couldn't see what I was even doing earlier, but this thing, if you're wondering what I was doing, I was just looking through the settings menu that I've never looked at. This thing also has a full manual override, which is pretty interesting. You can see ISO 100, high quality, just everything is manual now. I think. Did I do it right? No, obviously not. There we go. I'm so confused. I don't even know how to get the settings to save. Oh well. Anyway, but let's look at the camera that I replaced this one with. I know that portion of the video wasn't very exciting because I was just scrolling through menus and not holding the camera at an angle where you can really see them, but here's this one. As you can see, this one also has a full manual override. And of course an auto mode, which this one does not have a full auto mode. You still have to set some things on that one, even if you set most things to auto. Anyway, here's this one. Powers up a lot faster. Anything on the card? No, I didn't think so. Okay. I have to go ahead and... This thing is worn out. I had to push that button really hard. Go ahead and take a picture of my cat over there. That was unbelievably blurry. Erase. Okay, that was alright. But hang on, let me actually take a flash photo just so that it won't be blurry, because I'm having a lot of trouble keeping it stable, actually. I'm blocking the flash with my finger. Flash is in an inconvenient spot on this one. There we go, that's much better, although it looks weird with the flash. But hey, at least it's not blurry. So there's that. Go ahead and put that on the video. So you can see. That is the quality of an indoor photo with the flash on that old thing. Now. Actually, that's not even the older camera. This is the older camera. If I go ahead and switch to flash off mode. Check that out. No flash. Just look at that. I mean, that's still a little bit blurry, but that was with no flash. If we go ahead and actually switch it to the flash, I'll have to make sure not to block it. It's in a less inconvenient spot this time around, but I can't even see the screen now. Maybe I can. Let's see. Well, that's how it looks with the flash. It's really pretty good. And yeah. And we can actually go to preview mode and play those back. I mean, this thing is still an amazing camera. It's 3.3 megapixels. That one is 6, but this one is just good for indoor photography. And yeah, so guess I can go ahead and go record some video with these and stick those in the video. I mean, I don't know how interesting this video is going to be. VOS Life is the only person who can manage to make just recording random things with old handycams interesting. I have never managed to make that interesting at all. But you can actually also see how much smaller this PowerShot is than the Olympus. But I obviously am probably going to use this camera more than this one because this one's messed up. And this one is still a really good camera, even if the lens has like 4 burned out pixels in it. It's still really, the actual camera part is better than this, even though it's not as high quality. This one it's amazing for indoor stuff. And I love it. And this was actually my camera for years, until finally we thought it was broken. Turns out the contacts on our smart media cards were just worn out and or dirty. This one's actually in pretty good condition, but... Oh, and random fun fact, under XFCE desktop environment on Raspbian, or maybe even Debian, I haven't looked, if you plug in any sort of memory card to a memory card reader, it shows up on the desktop as this side of a smart media card. I don't know why they chose a smart media card, but they certainly did. Just a little interesting fact there. This is also the first digital camera that my dad ever saw that actually was designed to look like a film camera. I mean, most cameras are like that now, like that one, but of course, Canon cameras still always look like this, but, you know, I kind of like that. Yeah. So, I guess I'll go try recording a video with the Olympus. I don't know how long it will allow me to make it, but I'll go put my jeans on, walk around outside for a second. It's only 87 degrees today. Yesterday it was 95, and actually the high was like 100, so it's pretty nice out today. For Oklahoma, that is. Well, stay tuned. I don't know. This video is going to be really long, isn't it? Alright, so I'll go ahead and roll the videos here in a second, but just thought I'd show how they play back on the camera for a few seconds. Alright, there is the video, and that's its thumbnail, by the way. Go ahead and hit play.
So now I'm recording with the PowerShot A540 that I replaced that camera with.
I sound hick.
I actually saw some use in some of my earlier YouTube videos.
And also, it does not have noise reduction at all. Just as I'm walking around, just going... I remember it always being that way. But, it's weird stuff. This one, on the other hand... Menu, movie play... Start, okay. This one has no real speaker. Some of the later Olympus cameras did, but this one doesn't. It's going to have to load the entire movie off of the smart media card first, which is of course really slow, but that's the access light. Took a long time to save the video too. Compact flash is definitely a lot faster. My grandpa has a camera that uses that from about this time. It's actually the first generation of this one. Goodness gracious. I knew it was going to take a while, but I didn't know it was going to take almost as long as the video is. There we go. Frame rate's not very good, but, you know, that's excusable. Well, alright. Yep. pretty much all I've got for you. Well, I mean, this camera isn't really involved in the video, but, you know. This is a good comparison to this one, actually. Because look at how similar they are in functionality, frankly. Of course, this one is a DSLR. This one is not. And look, there's a viewfinder lens up there. So. Yep. Alright. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And just so you know, now I'm going to show the 2 videos that are recorded with these cameras, and then gonna show the bloopers. I'm not sure what that noise over there is. Looks like I can record a max of 75 seconds with this camera's RAM. Cat. Well, actually feels really nice out here. I also noticed that the neck strap for this camera is actually still set for me from when I was like 6 years old. It's really the same because, you know, my legs have grown, not much else has really grown. You guys are noisy. So now I'm recording with the PowerShot A540 that I replaced that camera with. This camera actually saw some use in some of my earlier YouTube videos. If you remember Vintage Computers, the hour and 15 minutes of just random junk. Yeah, this was used then. I'm not sure how good the microphone was on the Olympus. I've never actually recorded a video on it before now, so I don't even think my dad ever recorded videos years ago when he had it, but this thing definitely has more RAM. Usually its RAM can fill up the entire card in one video, so also, I'm not hearing that noise that I heard in the other one anymore, but I don't know. And this one's already over 75 seconds, so. Also, I think I just realized I might have accidentally said 75 minutes in the other one. I meant 75 seconds, I don't know. But, regardless. Guys, this is what Pixel does when he wants to get outside. Well, guys, I made a mistake. Oh, this dumb camera. There we go. Yep, that's an oops. Hello. With all these features and not... Go in focus. Thank you. And not give it the ability to save in camera raw. Wow, this camera can really see the screen. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that picked up on the video, but that was a very interesting noise. Anyway, let's look for the option to format the card. Anyway, here's this one. Powers up a lot faster. Gosh darn it! Why is it so difficult? There we go. Anything on the card? No, I didn't think so. Okay. Flash off mode. Focus on the screen camera. There we go. Check that out. No flash.